Good evening. Today, we are going to a place where survival is not an adventure, but routine. A city where winter is not a season, but a permanent condition. A place where temperatures are so low that machines fail, breathing hurts, and simple mistakes can become dangerous. This is the coldest city on Earth, Yakutsk. A city of hundreds of thousands of people, built on permanently frozen ground, in a region where winter temperatures regularly fall below -50 degrees Celsius. How do people live here? How do they move, work, eat, and survive in conditions that seem almost uninhabitable? That is what this video is about. Yakutsk is located in eastern Siberia, deep inside the Eurasian continent. This location is critical. There are no nearby oceans to moderate the climate, no warm sea currents, no mild coastal air. The city sits far inland where temperature extremes can fully develop. In winter, the sun stays low in the sky. Days are short, nights are long. January temperatures average around -40 degrees Celsius. During extreme cold waves, temperatures can drop to -50 or even lower. And yet, life continues. Yakutsk's cold is not accidental. It is caused by several factors working together. First, the continental climate. Without oceans nearby, there is nothing to store and release heat. Second, extremely dry winter air. Dry air cannot hold warmth well. Third, long, clear winter nights. With few clouds, heat escapes directly into space. Cold air becomes heavier and sinks toward the ground. Over time, this creates what scientists call a cold trap. Cold air accumulates, and winter tightens its grip. Yakutsk is built on permafrost. Permafrost means the ground remains frozen year-round, sometimes offering no thaw even in summer. This frozen layer can reach hundreds of meters deep. Because of this, buildings cannot be constructed in the usual way. Houses and apartment blocks are built on concrete stilts. Air circulates underneath them to prevent heat from melting the soil. If the permafrost melts, the ground becomes unstable. Buildings tilt, roads crack, pipes break. The frozen earth is both the city's foundation and its greatest threat. Daily life in Yakutsk is highly structured. In winter, cars are often left running for hours or even all day. Turning an engine off can mean it will never start again. Fuel thickens, batteries die, metal becomes brittle. People plan every movement carefully. A short walk outside requires full winter gear. Skin exposed for just a few minutes can freeze. Eyebrows collect ice. Breath turns into visible clouds that hang in the air. Nothing here is spontaneous. Survival begins with clothing. Layers are essential. Not fashion layers, but functional ones. Fur-lined boots, thick coats, multiple thermal layers. Many people still use traditional designs inspired by indigenous knowledge. Clothing must trap heat while allowing moisture to escape. Sweat is dangerous. If clothing becomes damp, it can freeze. In Yakutsk, what you wear is a matter of survival, not style. Cold affects everything. Water pipes cannot be buried underground. They would freeze solid. Instead, many pipes run above ground, wrapped in thick insulation. Heating systems operate constantly. There is no night mode, no energy-saving shutdown. Electricity and heat are not comforts here. They are necessities. When systems fail, entire neighborhoods can become uninhabitable within hours. The city functions because it never stops fighting the cold. Food storage works differently here. Frozen meat can be sold outdoors, stacked in open-air markets. No refrigeration needed. Fish freeze solid and are eaten partially frozen. In extreme cold, nature itself becomes a freezer. But supply chains are fragile. Deliveries depend on weather, roads, and frozen rivers. When conditions worsen, residents rely on preparation and stockpiling. The cold is not only physical, it affects the mind. Long winters, limited daylight, and isolation can weigh heavily. Community matters. Social routines, shared meals, and strong local traditions help people endure. In Yakutsk, survival is not individual, it is collective. A natural question arises: why live here at all? For many, Yakutsk is home, family, culture, identity. The city is also an economic and cultural center of the region. Leaving is possible, but staying is a choice. And over generations, people have learned how to adapt. Yakutsk is not a place that fights the cold. It accepts it. Life here is shaped by preparation, discipline, and respect for nature. Survival is not heroic, it is routine. And that may be the most remarkable thing of all. Thank you for listening.